All right, let's talk about something you use every single day, but probably aren't getting the most out of. I'm talking about your keyboard. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden power sitting right at your fingertips and turn that simple typing tool into a command center for some serious speed and efficiency. So let's get into it. But first, I want you to just think about this for a second. How many times a day does your hand literally leave the keyboard, go all the way over to the mouse, wiggle that little pointer across the screen to click on something, only to bring your hand right back? Every single one of those movements is a tiny little interruption, a break in your focus. And trust me, those little breaks add up to a massive amount of lost time over a week, a month, a year. And that really brings us to the core idea for today. See, the mouse, it's great for what it was designed for, pointing at stuff, doing graphic design, casual browsing, but for serious work, it's kind of passive. The keyboard, though, the keyboard is for commanding. It's direct, it's lightning fast, and most importantly, it keeps you in the zone. So our whole goal here is to help you shift from being a passive clicker to an active commander of your machine. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the absolute basics, what I call productivity's building blocks. Then we'll zoom out and look at how to command your entire desktop. After that, we'll dive into some pretty slick power moves for Office apps. And finally, we'll put you on the path to becoming a legit keyboard pro. Okay, first up, the keyboard's hidden power. This is all about building the right habits to unlock your full potential. So let's talk about productivity's building blocks. We're going to start with 5 shortcuts that, honestly, everyone must know. These are the absolute foundation. Look, these 5 right here, copy, cut, paste, undo, and select all, are the heavy hitters. You do these things hundreds of times a day without even thinking about it. Using the keyboard for these isn't just a little bit faster. It's about making them an unconscious extension of your thoughts. This stuff has to become pure muscle memory. Now, before we get to the next level, we've got to talk about the insertion point. You know, that little blinking vertical line in your text that shows you where you're typing? Yeah, that thing. Most people just grab the mouse to move it. Well, we're about to change that forever. From now on, you're going to control that little cursor with surgical precision. No mouse required. And okay, this is where the real magic begins. Instead of tapping the arrow keys like a woodpecker to move one character at a time, just hold down the control key. Now you're jumping entire words at a time. CTRL plus up or down, you're jumping whole paragraphs. Now for the killer move, add the shift key to that combo. What happens? You're highlighting text as you fly. You can select a perfect sentence or 3 whole paragraphs in a split second without your hand ever leaving the keyboard. It's a game changer. All right, section 3, commanding your desktop. We've mastered moving around a document. Now let's take control of the entire operating system. I mean, just look at this comparison. On the left, you've got this clunky 4-step process that completely breaks your concentration. On the right, just 2 fingers, Alt plus Tab. This is probably one of the most powerful shortcuts in existence. It lets you flip through all your open windows without breaking your rhythm, without even thinking. It keeps you locked in and focused. And then there's the Windows key. Think of it as your system's master key. You need to get to your desktop, like right now? Boom, Windows key plus D. Need to find a file? Windows key plus E pops open File Explorer. Stepping away from your desk? Windows key plus L locks your computer instantly. These are simple, fast commands that just shave off seconds every single time you use them. And here it is, the universal off switch. Are you tired of hunting for that tiny little X in the top corner of every window? Just hit Alt plus F4. Done with that program? Alt plus F4. It's the fastest way to just close things down and get on with your day. Okay, moving on to section 4, Office Application Power Moves. Now this is the fun stuff. These are the shortcuts that are going to take you from a casual user to a pro in like seconds. If you use Excel at all, you need to listen up. This one is going to blow your mind. Click on an empty cell at the bottom of a long column of numbers. Now just press Alt and the equals key at the same time. Bam! Excel instantly writes the entire sum formula for you. No typing, no clicking the formula button, no dragging your mouse. Just instant math. It's amazing. Oh man, this one is a total lifesaver for anyone who writes. You know when you paste in some text and it's all in shouty caps? Instead of retyping it, just highlight it and press Shift plus F3. Keep tapping it and you'll cycle through all the options, lowercase, uppercase, and title case. It's so much faster than doing it by hand. And for anyone who gives presentations, you know that awkward little moment where you're fumbling with the mouse trying to find that tiny Start Slideshow icon? Yeah, forget that. From now on, just hit F5. Your presentation starts instantly from the very first slide. It just looks so much more professional and clean.
You know, this quote just absolutely nails it. Using keyboard shortcuts isn't really just about being fast. It's about building professional habits. It's about taking conscious control of your tools to get better results with way less friction. It's really a whole mindset shift.
And that brings us perfectly to our final section, becoming a keyboard pro. Your journey, well, it starts right now. And you gotta get this. Everything we've talked about today, it is barely scratching the surface. There are literally over 500 shortcuts built into Windows and its main applications, just waiting for you to use them. Just think about that potential. Think about all that speed just waiting to be unlocked. So, I'm gonna leave you with a question. A challenge, really. Don't try to learn all of this at once. That's a recipe for failure. Instead, just pick one single shortcut from today that solves a nagging problem you have every single day. And then, make a deal with yourself to use it every single time this week until it's second nature. So what's it gonna be?